This is Jason Ricci, and I get a lot of questions on YouTube, and I don't always have time to answer them. So I'm going to take a stab at answering 20 questions here in 10 minutes. Okay, I got my list of stuff. A bunch of people write to me, a lot of them, and they ask me a lot of questions. Most of the questions are addressed in another video that I have up already. But I made this video so I can just an answer to your question and probably a lot of other people's. What's the best first harmonica to buy? The best first harmonica to buy is a Suzuki Hartmaster. Why? It's cheap and it plays good. Okay, what's the best out-of-the-box harmonica for overblowing? Until Brad Harrison comes out with his harmonica, the B Radical, or my harmonica, which is still secret, the name, the best out-of-the-box harmonica is a Suzuki Fire Breath. I think if you take the cover plates from the out-of-the-box harmonica is a Suzuki Fire Breath. I think if you take the cover plates from the Hartmaster, fold the backs in, put them on a Fire Breath, forget it. Damn good harp. What harmonicas last longest? None of them. None of them. They're all the same. They all blow out. If you play too hard, they're going to go out. I haven't noticed one that's better than the other. They're all inconsistent. Some harmonicas last longer than others. I don't know why. Has to do with molecular brass makeup, structures, different things like that. I don't think one's better than the other. Are low harmonicas more susceptible to blowing out, like low F, low D, low E? I don't think so. As a matter of fact, I would say that maybe they're less susceptible. But I don't know. I would say no. Minor harmonicas. Which one do I buy? Natural minor, harmonic minor? Well, I don't play either of them, and I have a video on why. But I would get both of them if I was going to get one, and I would just try them. They're different scales and stuff like that. Then I would take those scales and learn them on a regular harmonica. Anything that can be played on a minor harmonica can be played on a regular harmonica. I don't play tuned harmonicas. Should I tongue block or should I lip purse? Do them both. Be quick to see where other people are right, not where they're wrong. Take all the information you can and process it and make your own decisions later. There's no right or wrong way to learn things. Just learn them the best that you can. Everybody's got a good point. And I'm not one to take sides, really. I have my own opinions on things, but I keep them to myself for the most part. And I tell people that they should learn both and make up their own minds, because I like a lot of players that don't agree with me on everything. What books should I buy? I never learned from a book, but there are a wealth of great books out there. All the David Barrett stuff is good. John Gindick's books are good. Richard Hunter's books are good. Jerry Portnoy's DVD set is good. Rick Estrin's, although it's not really teaching harmonica, it teaches harmonica philosophy and ideas about this instrument and a lot of stuff about just how to learn. And I think that's a great video too. Also, the Junior Wells instructional video is a lot like that Rick Estrin video, unintentionally, but or maybe intentionally. But anyway, it's a great video. All the information you can get is good. But, you know, the videos are good, and that's the best stuff to do. A lot of people ask me, they say, I know, Jason, that you advocate getting a teacher, and I do. Having a teacher is the best way to learn. But if you can't find a teacher, all hope is not lost. Okay, I didn't really have that many teachers. My formal instruction came from when I would go see Mark Hummel, or Madison Slim, or D.W. Gill, or Adam Gusso, or Pat Ramsey. And in between sets, I would say, how do you do that lick? And they would say, okay, just go like this. And then I'd go, okay. And then I'd go home and try to figure out what that meant. All right, so they were less clear with me than I am being with you. So just play, rewind, copy the licks, combine that with some scales and some music theory, and you'll be off running whether you have a teacher or not. Self-initiation. Let's see, do I teach in person? Will I teach you on the road if you write to me? Will I communicate with you via Skype and stuff? Chances are I won't. I don't really have time to do Skype lessons. I don't really like doing Skype lessons. I'm really busy, and I don't mean to sound arrogant or anything, or like I don't want to give you the time, but that's kind of why I made these videos, so you can study these and get them. If you meet me in person, or if you write me and say you're going to come to my town, do you have a little time before the gig? I might have a little time for you. And so don't give up. It's worth a try. But chances are I'm definitely not going to make a video for you, right, specifically, and mail it to you or that kind of a thing. And money is not the reason. I just really don't have time, and I want to help, but this is the best I can do. Where do you get my CDs? Amazon.com, CD Baby, any Barnes and Noble or Borders store. In most fine music record stores, if they don't have it, you can order it. iTunes, and just about anywhere online. I have a great record label. I have good distribution. You shouldn't, if you just type it in a Google search, you should be able to find most of my products. What amp do I use? What amp should I use, or do you recommend that I use? Well, I'm of course partial to the harp gear stuff. That's www.harpgear.com. I think Brian Purdy makes the best amps on the planet. There's all kinds of great boutique amplifiers. They're all good. The best amp for a professional player who doesn't have a lot of money, or somebody who wants to play on a professional level who doesn't have more than $600 or something, is a Fender Bassman used. You can find them for $400, $500, $600 in the United States, and probably something similar to that overseas. That's what I would recommend. But if you're looking for something smaller, go to Harp Gear. Or if you're looking for something better but just the same size, I play the HG50. It's the best amp on earth, period. How long till I play like you? Or how long have you been playing? I've been playing 21 years. Started when I'm 14, I'm 35 now. Not all of those years I spent studying very hard. I didn't get serious till I was around 18. Maybe even a little older, 20, 21. But anyway, it's entirely up to you. As Dan Gage says, it's about hours, not years. Okay, that's the idea. The more you study, the better you get. I believe it's also important to take time off, to put it down. Don't get too serious and don't frustrate yourself. Play at your own pace, learn at your own pace. Have fun with it. When you get upset with it, put it down. Put it on the coffee table, bring it in the car. Have harmonicas everywhere you go and pick them up. By Little Walter, by George Smith, Kim Wilson, Mark Hummel, Rob Piazza, Rick Estrin, all of those guys, the modern guys too. Everybody get your hands on everything. Study it. Try to play, rewind, do that. And do your homework. The more you practice, the better you get. And the more you practice, the faster you will get better. How do I play fast? I have a whole series of 3 videos on that. But basically, I learn what I want to play fast really slow. And then I start again. They're not patterns. They're not pattern-based licks. They're stuff that I've worked from 0 tempo to as fast as I can play it. Where do you play, and are you planning to play in my town? Yep, chances are I'm planning to play there, especially if you live in the United States. I'll be there, or I've already been there 10 or 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 or 60 times. I'm trying to play everywhere. If you live in Chile, I'm working on it. If you live in Somalia, I'm not working on it yet, but I will be later. Thank you, everybody that comes out to my shows. Thank you, everybody that watches these videos. I really, really appreciate it. You guys have been super supportive, and I love it. All the subscribers, everything. Thank you very, very much. And screw you to everybody that writes nasty shit. It's free. You don't have to watch it. How do I bend a note? Real simple. Say E, oo, E, oo. Say that in your mouth while inhaling. How do I overblow? It's the same as a bend note, except you're blowing. So draw a bend note like the 4 draw. Bend it. Exhale. Now I have a whole video on that, as well as a whole video on a lot of this other stuff. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. And by all means, check out my new CD, April 21st, Done with the Devil, on Eclecto Groove Records, 2009. Thanks, everybody, and I'll see you later.